Hey guys, it's hatch day today and I wanted to show you what I have set up here. Over here on my left, I have my incubator of the eggs that are actually hatching. I have a few baby chicks in there right now and I leave them in there for a few hours, and because I do so many chicks at one time in my incubator, they can't dry off, so I actually have to move them out, and then I put them in these little boxes over here with the red lamps on them, the red heat lamps. Super simple. And this is my first step of brooding, so I wanted to show you how I do it. I don't use anything fancy. As you can see, I have this pole right here and it's holding up my heat lamps. And because we hatched so many chickens, I couldn't keep them all in one box. So I got 2 Tupperware boxes and put them in. And inside of them, I have puppy pee pads. And then they just, it keeps it clean and a lot of the dust down. Also, it's super easy for the kids to see. Mine's in Romanian because I live in Romania, but you know, puppy pee pads. And then I like to buy my feed local. So this is my 10-kilo bag of locally grown food, and it's all organic starter mix. Recommend a good one for you to have. And one other interesting thing that people use in Romania, it is methylene blue. And it's actually all over my hands right now. So if you can see that, totally recommend putting it into your water. So we start on day 1 with putting it in our water. It helps keep the diseases down. It helps keep the chickens healthy and strong. And all the Romanians do it, so we do it as well. Be careful when you use it. Wear gloves because it does stain your hands, so pay attention to that and where you put it. Also, if your chicks ever start to peck at each other, I also put this on them. It hides the blood. So I don't know if you know about chickens, but once someone is bleeding, they are like carnivores and they just start pecking, and they'll peck their colleagues till the death. So if you put the blue on it, it helps like a bandage of protection. And the blue is also very good in digestion and helping them grow strong. So natural methods that you can use at the house. Also, I recommend getting a good vitamin mix for your chickens. I add this one. It's just simple, all the little vitamins on the side that you can see. It helps them just grow strong and give them a better chance at survival and growing healthy, organic chickens. And then over here, my daughter put our mama hen over here because we have little orphan chicks. But here I have 90 more eggs that are waiting to hatch. So these are on like day 3. So we manually rotate these. When this one is done, then we can spread out our eggs a little bit more. But yeah, this is it. Simple, easy to do. And my chickens will hang out here for the first week or so, because it's really, really cold outside. I think our temperatures right now, our highs are in the 30s. And then in the night times, it gets down to the teens. So I didn't move them to my brooder yet while they'd have all their little fluff on them because they're too cute to die frozen. So I wanted to be sure that they would be a little bit of feathers coming in before I moved them out to the brooder. But I will show you when I move them, and it's super exciting. So the methylene blue, you can see right here, we only add like 1 or 2 drops. And this is like half a liter, so a couple quarts, I guess, of water. Also, I didn't mention, but it does disinfect them. So like if they have like any internal problems or anything, it helps them. And I wanted to show you some of my chickens. I love how they look like they're dead over here. They just randomly kick their leg out. All right, so let's see. This one's drying off. You can see right here, he's still a little bit wet. And because my humidity is so high that it takes like about 20 minutes for them to fluff out. Let's see. Here is one of my Polish chickens. You can see it's like gray, a little poof head right here. You can see the little flat top, or the fresh cut, like my kids like to call them. Here's a Araucana. I'm not sure if I said that right. They'll make the green and the blue eggs. You can see that their little cheeks are already kind of puffy. There was another one that had a little bit fatter cheeks, not you, somewhere else. Maybe this one. So you can see that their cheeks are a little bit extra on the side. Whoopa. This is one of my silkies. I have a black silky. And you can see their toes are interesting because they grow more toes than the other chickens. Hey, little one, come here. This one my child named Percy Jackson. But you can see right here their feet. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toes right now, but they get up to 9. So kind of weird, but super cute. I love the silky braid. And let's see. This is just one of my mixed breeds. Here's another Polish chicken. I guess it will be, maybe it'll be black with white poof on their head. Turn around, little one. And then the Australorp. My children say look like penguins at the beginning. But here they are. Super cute. And it's weird because their tummies are white, but when they're full grown, they're like all black. So I find it very interesting. And that's about it. I think that's all my breeds that I have. All right, so you have your heat lamp. And I do not test the temperature. I look at my chickens and they'll tell me if they're comfortable or not. For example, over here, everyone is around the lamp, but they're not under it. If your chickens are gathered under it in this zone, it means that your lamp is too high. You need to lower it and put it down so that way your chickens will be warmer. But when your chickens spread out, that means that this is a good, I like this level. It's good because no one's too close, no one's too far away. If all of your chickens are over here where my water is, that means that they're way too hot. But they're at a good proximity. Also on my lamp, I have the ability to make it stronger or softer. So I made it stronger at the beginning, but my chickens were dying of heat, so I have lowered it down now. But yeah, everybody seems to be doing happy. This is like 12 hours old or less, and they're just doing their chicken things. I love it because they're so floppy. They start walking and then they just fall down asleep. Someone was sleeping earlier in the food. They just drop their heads wherever they need to be. And they just tip over, lay their legs out. Sometimes they look dead, but you check on them and they're alive, so they're good. So on the first day, because they are just learning and like little newborns bobbling around, I like to spread out their food everywhere so that way they can just peck the ground. Occasionally you'll see them peck the poop, which is why I like to add the blue into the water to help sanitize their intestines, make sure that they don't get sick. And then I put them in, this is just like a can lid from like a pasta jar or something like that, or applesauce. And I just put the food in there as well, and they'll eventually learn to eat from it. And then later on, I'll add their feeders and a bigger water. Right now, this is good. They're not drinking that much. You can see that it's like barely gone down at all. And for the first like 24 hours, they don't even need food or water, so they're good. So the reason that you don't have to feed your chickens in the first 24 hours, and a lot of people leave them in the brooder, is because when they're hatching, they eat their yolk and it provides them all the nutrition that they need for the first 24 hours. So it's not really mandatory that you feed them. I like to introduce it to them, but yeah, they don't have to do it. Those two over there are pecking each other in the face. And another cool thing is that like the eggs, if you're looking at them, they have a little air bubble sac in there as well. So when they're eating, they have that little air sac, and then they peck their little beaks through first, and they can actually sit in their shell for 12 to 24 hours. It can take a long time for hatching. So as you can see, it was hard work, and all of my babies are getting so tired because it's a lot of work hatching and coming out their eggs. And if I'm quiet, they'll all go to sleep. All right, and since I opened up my incubator, you can add in, I have warm water here. Some people add in vinegar. My friend does that to help them because sometimes when you're opening it a lot, I know you're not supposed to, but because I have so many, I do, that the membranes can get hard around the shell of the egg. So I spritz them with a little spray of water to help them continue to hatch so they don't die. But let's check in here. Like this one right here is a little bit dry, so I'm just gonna give him a little spritz and he'll be good. And these two, this one, I'll take them out. They're all sticky. So I'm gonna move them to the light. And when I first bring them over, I like to show them where the water is. Put their beak in, let them get a little sip. There you go, little guy. And now I'm gonna move this one under the lamp, and he can adjust as needed. Now we've disturbed the piece because there's a new one and everyone's back awake. But see, my light is at a good level because he's not too far away or too close. So I think it's a good distance. And as your chickens grow, you can raise up your lamp or lower it depending on if they're huddled around or if they're spread out. So much fun. It's my kids' favorite day. If you love watching these little ones hatch, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. I shared lots of tips today, but I'd love to hear yours too. Drop your hatch tips or questions in the comments. Bye.